Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 33 of Tekken 2 for the week of January 18th, 2021, where I wrap up the video game and tech news of the past week in 2 minutes or less. This is a weekly series that I do, and we are very close to 200 subscribers, so if you're new here and enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe and drop a like. Let's shoot for a goal of 10 likes on this episode. Anyway, we have a ton of news to go over this week, so we will start with the most exciting, the news from the Resident Evil showcase, and another rumor going around about an unannounced game in the series. So with the Resident Evil Village showcase, they started with a new trailer showing us some more of the tall vampire lady that the internet exploded over last week, more of the castle, some brief combat, and more types of enemies. After that, they started with the actual presentation where they told us that the game is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on the same day as the other platforms on May 7th with free upgrades to next-gen versions. They also announced that pre-orders have started and what the pre-order bonuses include. And then was the actual gameplay, which showed off the village and castle in more detail, real-time combat with a new kicking ability, some story details like how you're searching for your missing daughter, a boss fight, and some RE4 inspired elements like the item management and how there's a merchant. The merchant is called the Duke, and you can buy and sell with him as well as upgrade your weapons. And then they said that there's a PS5 exclusive demo with another coming this spring for other platforms, a crossover with the Division 2, and a new online PvP game called RE4. And as I mentioned, there are more rumors about an unannounced game, which happens to be the Resident Evil 4 Remake, which at this point is inevitable. Like, as I've been reporting on, there have been a ton of leaks and rumors about this remake, but this one in particular is one of the bigger ones. A source is saying that Capcom and M2 have been having some disagreements about the RE4 Remake and that they are starting to partially restart it. Yes, you heard that right, but let me give you some background. In 2019, Capcom's Division 1 team, who also worked on games like RE7, released the Resident Evil 2 remake to a lot of fans' approval, even with fairly minor changes here and there. And then early last year, M2 took over for the Resident Evil 3 remake to a lot of fans' disapproval because of the lack of locations the original had and how short it was. It took me 6 hours to beat, and I usually take my time. So now it's being said that, after M2 has been working on it since 2018, Capcom's Division 1 is mostly taking over, and M2's role will be significantly reduced with some of the things they have done to the game being removed or reworked. But this is where it gets interesting, and I was confused when I first read this. I guess now M2 wants to turn things around after the backlash from the RE3 remake and quote, stick faithfully to the template of the original Resident Evil 4. Now this means that Capcom is actually the one who wants to make changes to features and the story, but use the original as inspiration, which seems backwards since the backlash of M2's work on RE3. This also means that it will probably be delayed, which was also discussed, with the new date said to be 2023, a year after it was originally rumored to come out. When I first read this, I thought Capcom was taking over because M2 was changing too much, but now they're the ones taking that route, but I guess I still can't really be mad. M2 clearly has to earn back fans' trust, especially with the most iconic and beloved game in the series, so Capcom taking over now may be the safest way to go. I feel like, even though they are said to be making changes, that we can trust them, and honestly, I would be lying if I said I didn't want some extra things here and there to the story or other elements. I would also think that Capcom themselves would have more of a grasp of how fantastic this remake has to be and how high they set the bar with the original while still keeping the original's feel. But now, I guess we'll have to wait up to almost 3 years to get our hands on this remake and see what it's all about. In other news, Microsoft recently stated that they would be doubling the price of their online Xbox Live membership to $120, but hours later backtracked and said that they messed up. Gears of War 5 and Resident Evil 1 Remake are among the Xbox games with gold for February. Gabe Newell of Valve said that they have multiple games in development they plan to announce soon, and Nintendo is facing another Joy-Con drift-based lawsuit. For tech, we have some movie news. 007 No Time to Die was delayed to October 8th of this year, Ghostbusters Afterlife was delayed to November 11th of this year, and the Uncharted movie was delayed to February 11th of next year. Lastly, a new rumor is saying that Apple is planning a predecessor to the Apple AR glasses. It will supposedly be a full VR headset and be very expensive in classic Apple fashion, with a battery, a fan, and could release as soon as next year. Assuming this is true, this would be the first major product line for them since the Apple Watch. And that's going to do it for episode 33 of Tekken 2 for the week of January 18th, 2021. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, I do them every week, so help the channel grow by clicking that subscribe button, leaving a like, and commenting your thoughts about the news. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.